Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Monday. We got 12 matchups on this NBA slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on NBA player props, you already know, go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay. Get 5 free entries. Use it on this slate here and hopefully get a nice cash out. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Very big slate today. Starting with the Charlotte Hornets versus the New York Knicks. Knicks opening up as 2.5-point favorites with the over-under at 217. The last three head-to-head, the Knicks are 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. The Hornets 7-3 in their last 10. Knicks also 7-3 in their last 10. Charlotte, they've played good against the Knicks, 5-2 covering against the Knicks, 6-2 in their last 8 meetings with the Knicks, 4-1 covering in their last 5 games. Knicks also playing very good here, 5-1 covering in their last 6, 5-0 covering at home. Kemba Walker is questionable. Yeah, tough game. You can go back and forth here. I'm going to take the Knicks at home here. Playing great at home, covering good at home here. Rolling with the home team in the Knicks. Next matchup, we have the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Washington Wizards. Sixers opening up as 3-point favorites with the over-under at 213. The last 10 head-to-head, Philly 9-1, pretty dominant. 5-5 covering the spread. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. Thibault and Green are questionable for this matchup. So is Bradley Beal for the Wizards. Philly 9-1 in their last 10. One of those was a 117-96 win over the Wizards. Wizards just 5-5 in their last 10. Philly 7-1 covering in their last 8. 7-0 on the road right now, playing amazing on the road. 10-1 against the Wizards. Yeah, Wizards 0-6 covering the spread during this little 6-game run they're on. Only a 3-point spread. Philly been the much more dominating team here, and Wizards just have been very bad covering the spread recently. I'm taking Sixers -3 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Brooklyn Nets versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs opening up as 3.5-point favorites with the over-under at 220. The last 3 head-to-head, the Nets are 3-0, 1-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 3 of the last 3 matchups. No Aldridge, KD's out for like over a month. Kyrie is questionable in this matchup here. No real major injuries for Cleveland. Brooklyn 4-6 in their last 10. Cleveland playing good basketball, 6-4 in their last 10. Without KD and and Aldridge and Joe Harris, they're missing a lot of bodies here. Cleveland playing good basketball, coming into this on a 4-game winning streak. Brooklyn just 2-8 covering the spread in their last 10 games. Cleveland 9-3 covering at home. I'm really liking the Cavs at home. We'll take the -3.5, but I do like the more of a money line play at home first off, always. I think it's going to be tough for the Nets without KD. We'll see how they play. Harden's going to have to really step up, but they're missing a lot of guys, a lot of key guys here. We'll see how the Nets react, but I'm going to take the Cavaliers at home. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies opening up as 5.5-point favorites with the over-under at 224. The last 3 head-to-head, Memphis 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. No Zach LaVine for Chicago. Chicago 6-4 in their last 10. Coming into this, on a 3-game losing streak, kind of had a rough week. Memphis 9-1 in their last 10. Finally losing their streak to the Mavs. Chicago just 3-6 covering in their last 9. On a little bad streak, without LaVine, Caruso, Ball is questionable. Memphis 8-1 covering in their last 9. 11-1 in their last 12, playing great basketball here. I'm liking the Grizzlies at home. We've seen the Bulls struggle these last 3 games here. Memphis coming off their first loss in a while. I think they bounce back after getting beat pretty bad by the Mavs. I'm taking Memphis minus 5.5 at home. Next matchup, we have the Indiana Pacers versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers opening up as 1-point favorites with the over-under at 209.5. The last 3 head-to-head, the Clippers 3-0. 3-0 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. Pacers just 1-9 in their last 10. On a 3-game losing streak. They've been playing very bad. Clippers 4-6 in their last 10. Indy 0-7 on the road. 1-4 against the Clippers, and they're 1-4 covering against the Clippers. Neither team playing that amazing right now, but Pacers, they are just playing even worse, very bad. Struggle on the road big time. We're taking the Clippers money line at home. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Atlanta Hawks. The Bucks opening up as 4-point favorites with the over-under at 229. The last 3 head-to-head, Milwaukee is 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. Milwaukee, I don't see any major injuries here. Drew Holiday is questionable. That's kind of the big one. The Bucks 5-5 in their last 10. The Hawks just 2-8 in their last 10. Bucks 15-5 against the Hawks here. Atlanta, on a 5-game losing streak. 0-5 covering the spread during this streak. 0-11 covering the spread at home. I do not like the sound of that. Only a 4-point spread. We're taking the Bucks on the road. I mean, you really just can't trust the Hawks. They've been playing very bad. I'm taking the Bucks minus 4 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Portland Trailblazers versus the Orlando Magic. Magic opening up as 2.5-point favorites with the over-under at 215. The last 10 head-to-head, Portland 9-1, 6-3-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. I do see CJ McCollum is probable for this matchup, which is really good, and they definitely need him. Portland 4-6 in their last 10. Orlando just 1-9 in their last 10. Both teams have been playing bad, but Portland actually playing okay in the last week. 3-1 in their last 4. On a 9-game winning streak against the Magic. Magic 0-7 at home. I'm taking the Blazers plus 2.5 on the road, getting CJ McCollum back. The Magic are horrible. I don't think you can trust them to beat any team by 3 points at all through this whole season. We'll take Blazers plus 2.5 on the road. All right, next matchup, we have the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Boston Celtics. Celtics opening up as 5.5-point favorites with the over-under at 217. The last 3 head-to-head, the Pelicans 3-0. 3-0 covering the spread, which is kind of surprising. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Pelicans 4-6 in their last 10. The Celtics 6-4 in their last 10. Boston 5-1 at home right now. 5-2 at home against the Pelicans. I'm liking the Celtics at home. Crazy, the Pelicans, they've been the better head-to-head team here, but Pelicans have not looked good right now. You could say they've been okay in the last week, but bigger sample size, they haven't been playing that good. Boston 4-1 in their last 5. They've looked pretty decent. I'm taking the Celtics minus 5.5 at home against this Pelicans team. All right, next matchup, we have the Toronto Raptors versus the Miami Heat. Heat opening up as 4-point favorites with the over-under at 209.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Miami 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Toronto 7-3 in their last 10. Miami also 7-3 in their last 10. Toronto 12-3 covering in their last 15 games. 2-4 against Miami. They've kind of struggled a bit against Miami. Miami 5-1 covering in their last 6. Both teams playing good here. Miami 4-1 in their last 5, 7-1 at home. I'm really liking the home team here. Miami playing good at home. I'm going to take the Heat -4 at home. Next matchup, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas opening up as 10.5-point favorites with the over-under at 206.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Dallas 3-0, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Dallas, no injuries to report for this game, which is good. OKC 2-8 in their last 10. One of those was a 9-point loss against Dallas. Dallas 8-2 in their last 10. Dallas 6-1 covering in their last 7. 7-0 covering at home against the Thunder. I'm really liking the Mavs here. Coming into this game fully healthy. Give me the Mavs -10.5. And, add all these to your moneyline parlays for sure. Next matchup, we have the Phoenix Suns versus the San Antonio Spurs. Suns opening up as 5-point favorites with the over-under at 223.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Phoenix 3-0, 2-1 covering the spread, though. It's kind of been a bad thing. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. Suns coming into coming off a double or a back-to-back where they've pretty much dominated Detroit yesterday. Phoenix 6-4 in their last 10. The Spurs 2-8 in their last 10. I really like Phoenix here. Spurs, they've been struggling, have not looked good, and really hard to trust this Spurs team at home. I don't like it, and I'm taking the Suns -5 on the road. And then the last matchup, we have the Utah Jazz versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Jazz opening up as 5-point favorites with the over-under at 229.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Utah 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Coming off a back-to-back, we'll see if guys like Gobert and Gay, some of these other guys that were, that came back Sunday, we'll see if they do play Monday. Utah 6-4 in their last 10. The Lakers 5-5 in their last 10. Lakers haven't looked that good coming into this game on a 3-game losing streak. Jazz have been struggling as well here. I just don't know if I trust the Lakers at home. I really don't. If Gobert is out and some of the other guys are out, I might lean with the Lakers. But if everyone ends up playing again for the Jazz, I'm taking the Jazz -5 on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.